The only thing I'm doing Friday is making, get at your boy. Get at your boy. Got the matching shirts on. I don't believe you can abuse drugs. I believe you can abuse your body.
Yeah.
Plus, like the fact that he went to the Capitol riots.
The insurrection?
Oh man, no matter what, we always gotta do it. You gotta say it.
Pussy with the face tattoo!
Deuces. Just checking. Got the matching shirts on. Thanks to Brother Lee.
Yeah, that was quick, huh?
It's small and simple.
Hitting it with the nail. Seen bitches hit a vein with a motherfucking nail. And then hit the fucking floor. Gil.
From the hood, I make shit work. There you go, sir.
Cool, can't wait to rock it.
We can do whatever we want.
What now? Yeah.
Like a custom.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, what do you want on your sleeve?
yeah. But it's also approved by us.
Oh yeah, not just anybody.
Yeah, you can't. Don't just send me. I want a Blasphemer fucking with this and that.
Yeah, if I don't like you,
Yeah. Well, it's not even if I don't like the design either.
well, there's that.
Yeah, I'm not putting our fucking name on anything that's fucking stupid. It's been a hot minute since we've done it.
It
We've been
has.
busy as fuck.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, Flint map.
Midwest Monsters 8th anniversary vinyl.
Yeah.
It's all purple. It's pretty sexy. You know what?
I can do this. What do you do? Oh, you want to fucking wear gloves? Wear gloves with it, huh? If I had the felt ones, that'd be really cool. But
Gotta go out and try to get some vinyl.
I know. I kind of
Want to?
I wanted to like maybe look for a record, and I just can't remember what one it was.
Well, we'll just go to the record store. Maybe something will pop in. See something you like. The only thing I'm doing Friday is making.
Okay.
Get at your boy if you need it.
Edit that out. Look at all this dust and debris.
Yeah, and it's in the fucking double sleeve.
Oh fuck. It is a handsome purple.
The typo negative ones I have, they're all green.
But they're
Oh, the typo
signature.
negative puke green, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, it's all their albums are that way. Finally releasing the last album
Are they?
on vinyl. Last fucking one. So I have all of them except that one.
So what was their last one on? Like if it was
Just some independent label, dude. I don't even know.
basically after that Peter Steele like kicked the bucket?
Oh yeah, he
Or-
didn't. Yeah, dude.
Or did they just
I
kinda
mean,
like,
fucking 20 plus hard years. Oh no, they didn't break up.
Okay.
He just died.
So he
20
actually
plus
died.
years of hard fucking drug abuse. I don't believe you could abuse drugs. Decision.
Guy.
Yeah.
Don't get help.
I don't believe you can abuse drugs. I believe you can abuse your body.
yeah.
Food, like my diet's pretty good.
Yeah.
And people always used to be like, man, you eat so well. I'm like, yeah, because I fucking destroy myself with drugs.
I fuck everything else up. That was always my life.
You know, you
like
gotta-
all the drugs I do, but I don't smoke cigarettes or drink coffee.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, you just got done like fucking sniffing ketamine and, you know, fucking.
Yeah, but I won't fuck with caffeine.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that toxic cigarette in my body, man. It's a temple. But hey, can you bust out that line of blow?
Yeah.
Yeah. God knows what I'm
Cigarettes are
sniffing.
disgusting. Let's have some glue.
The only reason why I wouldn't fucking... I never did the whole cigarette thing, because I guess I'm a cheap fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna spend $10 and not getting high.
To me, it's like, yeah, spend that money to not get high and destroy your body.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna
You
catch a
used to smoke,
bug.
though, right?
I did,
Yeah.
but I put that shit down.
Yeah.
Like one day.
Oh, that's loud as fuck.
Is that on the right speed? Seems a little slow. Maybe not. Apparently, I don't listen to it enough.
I was definitely really speed.
Yeah. There we go. Well, that's a good jam. It's a good album.
Yeah.
Man,
Their new album grew on me. I wasn't vibing on it first, but I got to it.
I didn't care for it, and then all of a sudden it kind of like was a brand new world, and then all it kind of fell off.
Yeah. Plus, like the fact that he went to the Capitol riots.
The insurrection.
Yeah. Yeah. But he didn't go to like support the right or support the left. He just went like, yo, this is like some history shit. I want to witness it.
My question is like, how did he know it was popping? I mean, that right place, right time. What the fuck?
No, there was people posting shit like,
Was
we're gonna
there?
do this, we're gonna do that. So he almost went to just call people bluffs in a way, like, are you really gonna do what you're talking about? Or you're just being internet click and like, but you know,
I hate to. Like, we can only speculate because it's not like I've talked to him and I know the guy.
Yeah.
Right. But in my mind, like, no matter what his agenda is, I don't see him coming out and saying it because like that's what I like about it.
well, he's never done that. Yeah.
Never.
Actually, the only thing he has done is just like, hey man, the government's fucking shiesty as is. Doesn't matter what side, it itself is corrupt.
But you get that listening to the music.
Well,
Not the interviews.
Not the
You know what I
interviews.
mean?
No, yeah, he never talks on. Well, he never talks about his music on the interviews. They tried to, and he was just like, man, remember that one when he was like, the Peanut Gallery? That's all he kept was like, I don't even pay attention to the Peanut Gallery. Fuck all, man. I'm doing what I'm doing. If you don't like it, fuck you. If you do like it, fuck you. So basically, it's just fuck you.
Pretty much.
You know?
Yeah, you know, it's. I think maybe the same interview they were saying, you know, the guy's talking about, positive reception to the album. And said,
Yeah.
you know, some of my more negative friends will sometimes point to the internet and say, look at what these motherfuckers are saying.
It was a Peanut Gallery. Yeah.
And he's like, I believe if you don't really care about the negative, then how can you care about the positive?
Yeah.
You just don't
So he just
care
doesn't
either
care.
way.
So
You
fuck him.
it's art, you know?
Yeah.
God, I mean, to me, this Midwest Monsters, LP,
Yeah.
8 years old, songs are older, but like the growth.
Oh, you can definitely hear that throughout the albums.
And not only that, but you and I hate to speak for other people, but probably listen to Yavid's more than King at this point.
Right now, yeah. I listen to Yavid before I listen to King. And all Yavid is David Gunn is the lead singer of King 810. And his side project, Yavid, and it's him being a rapper. And it's not, well, I guess to me it's good rap because popular rap sucks in my opinion. But I'm not a rap connoisseur by no means.
Everything popular sucks.
Yeah, well that's why I don't like popular, so.
No, popularity is disgusting.
Yeah.
So the fact that, I guess, a lot of, the people that I know, the people that I'm friends with, they don't really fuck with David. That used to listen to King.
Yeah.
But they don't even listen to King anymore.
No, yeah, well, that's because everything is an alpha omega or, fat around the heart. So,
Yeah, they fell off. They kind of don't get it. They don't understand. But we're going to, with the new album, what I like about King, and I don't know if this makes sense to anybody else, but they're good enough to where their newer stuff can self-reference older shit
Oh yeah.
and be good or better, even though in the past they weren't as good as they are now. It kind of uplifts the old shit too.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, remember we talked about this a few days ago, and I had my my idea on musicians, artists, entertainers. So like popular, going back to your popular comment, there's a reason why the Britney Spears, the Christina Aguileras, the Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC all die music-wise and popularity-wise because they can only do that. Like that's all they can't grow because they're not an artist, they're a puppet. And sooner or later that puppet gets tired and old and it's not entertaining anymore. Where an artist, an actual musician, well they grow and develop and go in different directions. They keep their art form, but they mutate it into something else because they're real artists. They're like, oh, I'm learning, I'm doing different things. Where, like you said, Britney Spears has a fucking puppet up her ass. Or a hand, she's the puppet, so someone's up her ass.
She's not writing that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pop icon that you don't even know.
And then it gets worn out. It's a worn out sock rat. So it's like, okay, time for a fucking new one. Like I said, what fucking old 90s pop star or any pop star in general is relevant? None of them. The only one, she ain't even relevant. Madonna.
She's not relevant though.
Yeah, she's not. She's not doing shit.
Do the kids even know who Madonna is?
You got that. So all these people, all these pop stars, they're only hot for a minute. Or they try as long as they can, and then it's just like, they better get into different revenue because music is...
Well, look at Jay-Z. And
They have to.
Beyonce.
Yeah, their albums aren't coming. No one's buying that shit.
But
they got other revenues where they make
President
money.
of
Yeah, fucking
whatever
streaming devices and fucking all kinds of shit.
whatever record company Jay-Z
Yeah.
was signed to, and not Interscope, but I don't even fucking know.
Perfect example of what I'm saying. And it's one of your, if not your favorite artists,
Yeah.
Mike fucking Patton.
Mike Patton. Yeah.
How diverse and fucking
Ridiculous.
is that dude?
But he don't give a shit what you want to hear either. He's,
Well,
you know.
It's, I mean, all right. And to Mike Patton, I would say in my category would be James Maynard, the lead singer of Tool.
That's what I was actually thinking, that when you were talking about an artist, perfect example of someone who would come out and say, hey, I'll come out with another Tool album when the band gets to me with a full-length record.
Yeah,
full of
because
shit.
the musicians in Tool
perfecting.
are fucking OCD perfectionists. They're like, we're not releasing anything until 100%.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I got Maynard. Maynard's like, I got a Perfect Circle. When
Yeah.
Perfect Circle's not making shit, I got fucking Pucifer.
Pucifer.
And while none of them are making shit, I own a winery that I'm making.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like, you know, just like Mike Patton. All right, so Faith No More is not doing anything right now. He's got what, Mr. Bungle?
Mr. Bungle just released. Again, this is Faith No More's newest album, which is crazy that Faith No More is still coming out with albums.
Yeah.
But it's great. And but Mr. Bungle just released, which was Mike Patton's band when he was in high school, like literally a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So he went down to, I don't know if it was San Francisco, but he lived in, like, both his parents were school teachers.
Yeah.
And he lived in Northern California with the rest of Mr. Bungle. So they gave him a ride to go try out for Faith No More on their second album.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy he couldn't cut it. Like,
Oh, the lead singer?
The lead singer.
Oh, yeah, he was a drug addict. He was all fucked up.
Yeah, and
He died not that long ago.
and he just couldn't, do the, like, harmonies and the range.
Yeah.
So Mike Patton goes in and tries out, and he's like, they're like, well, that's cool that your other band is here to support him, and see you on your way. He's like, oh no, I'm not leaving Mr. Bungle.
Yeah.
His whole thing was like, I'm actually just trying to get into this Faith No More thing because Mr. Bungle,
I'm bringing it
trying
in.
to convince him,
Yeah.
hey, do something because you're really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, they saw the potential in Mike when he's 17, 18 years old. He ended up getting, obviously, in Faith No More, but it was like Mr. Bungle's thing was like to ride Faith No More's coattails.
Just to bring Bungle into
Just to bring Bungle.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
Yeah,
what
it works.
happened.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it was I want to say it was Warner Brothers. I watched an interview and they're like, so how hard was it, like when Warner Brothers or whatever the production company was, when they heard California, or then even after that Disco Volante, which is, if you're not a Mike Patton fan, it's unlistenable noise. Because if you are a Mike Patton fan, it's unlistenable.
Is that his DJ stuff, or is that his jazz kind of weird shit?
That's the third Mr. Bungle album.
Oh, okay, alright.
And it's really, really strange.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But as an executive, like, people were like, so how hard was it to get them to sit down and listen to it? And you're like, oh, they didn't listen to it. But they would produce whatever Bungle had because he was holding Faith No More, like, captive over him. But this is back, Faith No More was never that big.
No, Faith No More's biggest song was Epic, which in my opinion is their worst fucking song.
Yeah. Their Strip Search, that's
yeah.
great. Midlife Crisis.
Record of the
great.
Year was good. Even that Easy, their cover of that song, that was a great fucking.
Yeah, we heard it in Walmart not long ago.
Yeah, they don't even know. Yeah, that's fucked up. But he's got other bands too. He's in another band.
Oh, fucking
with the old
ridiculous.
drummer of Slayer, Dave Lombardo.
Dead Cross.
Yeah,
It's fucking awesome.
he's done DJing.
He's done it all. He does opera.
Yeah.
Where it says, Mike Patton does opera, and there's a warning label like, if you are into Faith No More,
Yeah.
and Mike Patton, don't buy this thinking that it's
You're
going
going
to
to hear Faith No More, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, it is straight up traditional Italian opera. He lives in Italy.
Oh, he's heavy into video games too. He does a shitload of video game
The
voiceovers.
Darkness. That was
Oh,
a
dope game.
that like Danny Elfman of Oingo Boingo. Like,
See, he's a composer. Danny Elfman.
so
yeah.
many. Yeah, like The Simpsons. What's his name? Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, yeah, he's like Tim Burton's boy.
Pretty much every film that Tim Burton's done, he's done the score. And if you,
Yeah.
they, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, it's him.
dun, as soon as you hear that, you're like, oh my god, I know this shit. I just didn't know that I knew it.
Yeah.
But he was like, Danny Elfman was in Oingo Boingo back in the day, like, blinded me with science.
That was him?
That's him.
That's fucked up. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
That Danny Elfman's like claim to fame is Oingo Boingo, which is actually a really good band.
Yeah.
But they were in a lot of they were pretty much the kind of like go-to band for like 80s movies.
Oh, yeah, it's the 80s synth pop stuff.
Yeah, but this shit's actually really great if you can get away from like that kind of like,
Stereotype or fucking, yeah.
Val Kilmer is a science whiz genius. Remember that?
Oh, Real Genius!
Yeah.
That's what that I couldn't even remember it. I was
He was in like right around that time, like Tears for Fears. Like
Yeah.
they were pretty much every
Dude,
soundtrack.
that is my pure guilty pleasure. I love the shittiest 80s movies. 80s and early 90s, terrible. Like, pretty much like, if you're the worst actor in the world, we're gonna put you on steroids and get you to do Karate Kick.
Yeah.
I'm sold. Movie ends with a fucking freeze frame of them going, yeah! I'm fucking in.
American Ninja. Well, it was a time and place too.
Yeah, I mean, right?
I kind of have a theory on pop. Because there was a time when you didn't really have to be an attractive person. Mathematically shown that as time is going on, there's like fewer changes, fewer variations from like notes
Yeah.
to be dumbed down. But if you think about it, like he's like Elvis, right?
Fair enough.
Little Richard, up into like your Michael Jackson or Rush, Geddy Lee. I mean, these bigger bands that had that like staying power, but they were pop. And I hate to be like an old man about it, but it is like a shitty.
It is.
It's going to shit, right?
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like it's not that Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera or whatever the pop sensation is now can't keep doing what they're doing. It's not that they have to change. It's that they can't keep staying the same.
Oh, and it's so awesome when those people crash and burn.
Right.
Because they don't know how to handle drugs and shit. So
Yeah.
they, of how your body can survive off of heroin
Yeah.
and fucking like codeine
Oh, yeah.
forever.
William S. Burroughs.
And they're still alive. And I guarantee you they're selling out stadiums. Well, maybe not.
They're doing it.
They're fine. But
They better keep doing that drug.
But like, give Britney Spears Adderall for 3 years, and they got to make a documentary about how the bitch's life was ruined. And you can't do a haircut. You're fucking flashing your pussy to everybody.
Thank you.
And
Goodbye.
it's just, and then they're done. But all of them have a shelf life, and these music people know that shit.
It is an industry. All right, let's talk about Marilyn Manson. Relevant, innovative, changed what artists can do today. Like,
I would say, you know what, and I'm probably, if not one of the biggest Marilyn Manson fans. Marilyn Manson has made pop metal.
Antichrist Superstar.
Yeah, he made where metal was almost like, because think, Antichrist Superstar came out 95, 96. There was really like nothing scary about metal. It was nothing
totally
like
sterilized.
Like at that point, like the biggest thing that was going on was like Nirvana and Kurt Cobain just committed suicide, and that was like the most popular thing about. And Nirvana was not fucking metal, but you get what I'm saying.
No,
That
it was
genre.
alternative. But when Marilyn Manson came out, it legitimately
Yeah.
scared the shit out of the country.
Yeah, well, Manson had a couple albums out before that. He had, you know,
Portrait.
the first band was actually called Marilyn Manson
Spooky
and the Spooky Kids, and then it just became Marilyn Manson, and then he had, goddamn, the first album was Portrait of American
Portrait.
Family.
See, I started listening to them.
Yeah, that's when I did. Oh,
Like trash, get down on your
Oh,
knees.
yeah, that was a good song,
Time
too.
for cake and sodomy. That fucked with my head as
Yeah.
a youngster.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like cake and sodomy, and then someone told
That-
me what sodomy was.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ah."
and then
But
you
I like
had
it.
he came out with that album Smells
Smells like children.
Smells Like Children, and that was just covers.
Yeah, like he did the Eurythmics "Sweet Dreams," and
That was the big one.
I was like, ugh.
But that's when, well, wasn't that great of a song. I mean, it wasn't a good song.
Cool video
But
and
Manson
shit.
loves doing covers, if you can't tell. Like, he will do a fucking cover all the fucking time.
But yeah.
that was the, like, now you get a visual,
You're right.
you know, and that was like a teaser of what you're going to get with Antichrist Superstar. Because once you saw that, all of a sudden, yeah, Beautiful People come out. And then when Beautiful People came out, it was like, oh, so this is what hell's going to look like when I die.
Yeah.
And it was whacked out. And it actually was not, it's not a hard album. Manson has never been hard.
I saw Antichrist Superstar, that tour. I saw 4 times in one summer.
Oh, no, he is one of, I would put him against anybody, any artist. He's one of the best performers. You are going to go get a fucking show. Unless he gets pissed or is whacked out on drugs.
But that's still a show.
But you're still going to go like, this is fucked up.
So those 4 times that I seen him within one summer, that's 3 months.
Yeah.
I literally saw him on average more than once a month for 3 months. I did not see the same show twice.
The only tour I didn't see him in, and that's because I was a fucking stupid teenager, was after Antichrist came out. You know, Manson reinvented himself with every
album.
So
And
mechanical.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
But
well, because
I'll
with
give him that.
mechanical.
I'll
so,
give him that, though.
You know, beautiful. You know, Antichrist is out. Oh, it's goth time. We're all
Yeah.
cool. We're all going to Hot Topic and we're buying our fishnet shirts
That pop
and our
shit.
fucking, you know, blah 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 shit.
lunchbox.
So they were even selling metal to a certain style. So they were even leading us to do it. And then all of a sudden, Mechanical Animals comes out. And he's wearing like fake titties, and now he's colorful and he's not black. And I'm like, no,
yeah, with
he's
the Rachel,
sold out.
with the
Yeah.
Rachel haircut and the highlights and shit.
But that whole album was about drugs. Like, every bit about that album was like, I'm taking drugs to help numb the pain. And some kind of, you know, like, looking at yourself from, like, outside in. And then he comes out with Hollywood, which is about guns, evolution, and government. And that tour was fucking nuts. And I went to that one. But I didn't go to the Mechanical Animals tour. And I kicked myself in the ass because years later, growing up, I listened to the song and I was like, damn, that is a good fucking album. And he evolved. You know, now he does like, I would call his like blues goth.
yeah, lounge lizardish.
Yeah.
Like,
But dark, you know, well, you know, like, you know, if I was your vampire, or his new album, We Are Chaos. And unfortunately right now he's, you know, catching fucking charges about people, you know, women talking about, no, Manson.
I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah. But it's at the same time
It is
though,
what-
he made it fucking known to the world that, yo, I'm fucking weird.
This is what I'm doing. This is what
Yeah.
you can expect.
Yeah, like no matter what, maybe I'm changing things visually, but at the end of the day, it's weird shit.
Yeah, I'm invested into this. This is not
Yeah,
like a
this is my
put
lifestyle.
on. This is not a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm really a weird motherfucker.
Yeah, this is me. But he also did other shit too. All right, so yeah, he did music. He sells paintings. That liquor.
Oh yeah, absinthe.
He made it with Johnny
The
Depp.
green fetty.
Yeah, he had a brand with him and Johnny Depp, the actor.
Yeah.
So like he ventured out and did other shit.
As any artist would.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I tattoo, but if all I ever did was tattoo, I would be very disappointed in myself.
But you're tattooing, but you do that almost as just an income.
It is just, yeah, it is.
Because
it really is.
you don't go to your house, to your art room that you have, and go, okay, today I'm going to tattoo. No, you never do that. You paint. You do other forms of creativity. So it's not even, that's more of just a job for you. And you're very good at your job.
It is, but I can, you know, if I do say so myself, I can be good at my job because it is a job.
Yeah.
Because I look at it as like, okay, it's time to put my work pants on
Yeah.
and go to work and not be crazy fucking like, okay, I can be loopy artist,
Yeah.
but the work version of that, if that makes sense.
No, I get
Which
it.
you can get away with a lot
Yeah.
as the work version of an artist, but you still got to go to work and do your job.
Well, I mean, you got to make money, but
And I'm very lucky that I have that, but it is what it is. It is
the
an income.
actual tattooing is like the gratification part for you, like when you see, because you draw and you love that, so you're drawing that tattoo,
Yeah.
and you see how hype people get on it, and then when you tattoo on them, that's like the icing on the cake for you, so to speak. Like, oh, that's the payoff. But I've seen you do that where I've seen you get excited about drawing a tattoo, and then I've seen it's been days that, oh, I gotta fucking pay the rent today, so yeah, man, here's this praying hands.
I gotta say that those days are farther and fewer between, though.
Yeah, you've turned down quite a bit of tattooing because it was not, it didn't scratch the old creativity on you.
No, I mean, if I had to, if I were at a point in time where I was like, had to, put on the work pants and go to work and suck today's dick, and do the fucking shit. But I feel better about myself, and I can make suggestions where a lot of people would be like, yeah, but they asked for this. That's kind of rude. And like, actually, I'd be doing them a disservice by not letting someone know, hey, we could do this creative thing. A lot of people, nobody would have said, yeah, I want my cell phone to be able to take pictures.
Yeah.
But Steve Jobs knew what people were going to do with that phone before people did. So now a phone is not really something that people talk on. That's what a phone used to be.
Yeah.
Strictly. You just talked on it.
Yeah, you just talked on it.
Now it's a computer, social media thing where
It's a lifeline.
Like, I try not to talk on my phone.
Yeah.
But Steve Jobs completely revolutionized. I just say that to say, like, sometimes as an artist or a creative person, you know what the person would like, but they can't see it. But you can, like, you hear what they're saying and you see the person for what they are. You understand, like, you've said that you can't see the end product. You can't see the finished thing.
I have no type of artistic capability in me whatsoever.
So that to me is like watching like someone open their fucking presents on Christmas, I imagine, and like you know what I mean? Because they're super fucking pumped. They're like, man, I had no idea that I was gonna love this.
Yeah,
and
but if it's
surprise,
just like that old term, that stick 'em and pick 'em, it's not that. Oh, that looks exactly like what I decided to get. So there's not much to it. But that's why I've always said, and I've always told you, you're an artist that can tattoo. You're not a tattoo artist. Because a tattoo artist, that's someone who just does a job. They don't put any process into it.
So lame.
Yeah, but you're an artist that just so happens can tattoo. And that goes off, that's the same type of ideology I have when it comes to like a stripper.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
totally.
so you're a stripper or you're an entertainer or you're a dancer.
But do you suck as a person?
Yeah, what type of, you're doing it because you like dancing or you're doing it just because you don't want to fucking get a real 9-to-5 job,
Because
same thing as a prostitute. You got a prostitute,
yeah.
you got a whore, and you got an escort. There's difference.
We all whore.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I whore pretty much. I whore my art, but I do it like a good prostitute.
You're gonna, you know,
Exactly.
yeah.
And you might name my price. So
yeah,
it's like
exactly. So you're more of an escort, where a whore is just like
at the end of the day, we're all selling our dicks and pussies.
true.
You know what I mean?
I don't
But
have too
it's-
much buying mine.
Well, that's when I'm lucky. you know.
So you got a dick that people want.
Yeah.
There you
Well, so going back to like the stripper thing, like okay, so this woman is attractive. Does she suck? Like personally? Oh, actually, she's like went to school for actual dance, but she
Yeah.
can make some money getting naked and doing it and getting creative.
Yeah.
Like, I respect that game.
Yeah.
Like I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
Because some bitches got to go there and get high and do drugs.
Yeah.
To
You got
do it.
to do it.
Whereas they
But-
can go and
Yeah, but you didn't
actually
have
get creative.
You wouldn't have to get high and do drugs if you wanted to go. And this is where the difference is. Like if you worked at a restaurant being a waitress, you don't have to do that. Yeah, but I want money.
Right.
Okay, so just say that. Be like, I want.
Just say that.
Yeah, you're greedy. Just say it. You know.
Come
but
to my
then you
table, be a
got-
cunt.
Yeah, that waitress job's not paying for it, but the stripping job is giving me fucking $1,500 a week. I get to live comfortably. And
I can't afford not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, this is what I have to do. And she's not doing drugs. She's accepted it. She's okay with it. I can respect that. That I can give her, credit to. But that chick who's just like
She's gonna burn
I
herself
said, she's eating
out.
fucking ecstasy. She's fucking taking shots. She's
Yeah.
getting fucked up so
For
she
how
can
long?
strip. Yeah.
That's
and
got
she's,
shelf life.
And she's not, I'm not saying brag about it, but she's like, I can't tell nobody.
Switch gears, but the same thing, really. Like, so let's say somebody just was a waitress or whatever. Like, are you gonna go waitress at Applebee's, or are you gonna be at like some place like mom and pop place that's only open for lunch throughout the weeks and then like breakfast on the weekends, but like people have their own tables and it's like an experience.
Yeah.
You know, where you go to this now with COVID and quarantine, we've forgotten what it's like to like go out to have places and have a preferred place.
Yeah.
Because like the world's changing or
Mhm.
whatever. Thankfully not for us, but
No.
that's a secret. I would tell people, and I do tell people, I'm like, they're tripping out about the money. I'm like, just do what, I mean, it sounds cliche. It sounds, do what makes you happy, man.
Yeah. And if you're going to do it, be the best at it that you can.
Yeah, and-
Don't half-ass it. You ever
Take-
seen a half-ass stripper?
Oh,
That is
yeah.
the most and then she looks like, you ain't gonna give me money?
dance?
Yeah.
No!
I'm like, you're not enthused. Why am I gonna be enthused
Yeah.
about it? Sell the lie to me. Make me believe that you think you might like me, even though I
Yeah.
know you don't.
No, if you can't sit down next to me and just have a conversation just to have one as a human being, I
Yeah.
can't fuck with you.
You don't even smell
I
like
give
watermelon. You smell like cigarettes, and your breath smells like 10 cans of shark shit.
Newports and fucking pipple piss.
Yeah, there you go.
There isn't a rainbow at the end for everybody. I think there could be, but there's never going to be. That people are going to get sold short, but they're selling themselves short. They're choosing.
Yeah, they're choosing to let the world eat them and chew them.
But you know
spit 'em
what?
out.
Like, the world's got to be ruled by somebody. So you got 10% of people that are kind of like in your CEO positions, your politicians. I can't fuck with that. Like, I don't even want to manage my own income, let alone rule the people. But the world needs that. The world needs that 10%. So then I look at it as then there's a kind of opposite side of the spectrum of like these creative people that don't want to micromanage people. They don't even really want to manage their own selves. They just want to be creative. There's about 10% of those people also equally needed. And there's 80% of people that just need to go to work and grind so they can pay for the entertainment and also be ruled by the elite. They go hand in hand.
Oh, it all,
We
yeah,
can't
exactly.
all be
It's all a puzzle
politicians.
that fits together.
We can't all be artists.
Yeah.
80% of motherfuckers gotta be a fucking stiff.
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck.
It is what
It
it
ain't
is.
me.
Yeah. Well, you see, like I said, I'm part of that 80%. It is what it is. No, I'm fine with that.
But you're doing. You're
But
not, because
with-
we wouldn't be hanging
Well,
out.
no. See, that's
This
the
is an
difference,
elite
though.
version.
But no, see, in that 80%, you can still do things to make
Exactly.
yourself happy.
Mhm.
And I figured that out. So, and I'm okay realizing that I have my position and I have my place in this world. But within
Yeah.
my place, I can do some things and maneuver things to make it better and make myself happy. And that's just how it is. And that's where drugs come in.
Yeah. There's nothing sadder than like someone who can't accept their position in life, that they want to be that fucking rock star that they're not.
Yeah, they get bummed out. I'm like, well, what did you do to be this rock star?
Maybe you just are knowledgeable about music.
Yeah. Like, did you take music lessons? Did you ever become
No.
a band? Did you try? No. I'm like, well, then shut the fuck up, dude. You never tried anything.
Mike Patton didn't even try. He just fell into greatness.
It just happens.
You know?
Some people are lucky that fucking way.
So, with you, like, I mean, the reason why we're friends, the reason why you're an immense value to me as a human being, which most people are not, you know, is that you. Okay, so maybe you are a part of that 80%, but within that 80%, there's going to be a top tier of the top 10% of the 80. Right? So it's kind of like the thing of,
every place has,
someone's going to be the best janitor in the world.
You're damn right. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, the reason why you're of immense value to me is because that 80% of people, or, you know, people in general, the audience, they have a certain taste. You know? So as an artist, I could spin my gears and I could just kind of like create a bunch of shit that's, I'm not going to do any one thing. I'm not going to finish it because I'm just spinning. So I need to take maybe 20% of what I could do and focus on that 20%.
Yeah.
You have a very good taste in art and music and just, you know what I mean? Like creativity.
Oh, I know what I like, but I can't make it.
Well,
But
right.
I find a person like you
Yeah.
who can make it, and I mean, I trust you completely.
So I'll take that 100% of my creativity, or whatever, 80% that I want to share, and I'll be like, okay, here's my body of work. What 20% should I actually focus on and work on? And I will listen to you because you've got that like common man's ear or eye that like ideally I would want to make art for you.
Well, you see, but and that also goes off what you were talking about too. That 20% you were talking about of being an artist. Well, I have that percentage where an artist needs to be motivated, or the business part of it, or
Managed.
Yeah, management. Where
That takes
I don't
trust.
have any type of art, so it's a good back and forth, so to speak.
Yeah.
Where you don't have the management skills. Not you. I'm saying artist.
No, I don't.
But that's where
But I know that.
why it works so well. Like, okay, I'll manage you in this fucking direction.
Yeah.
I won't take you in a direction where you don't want to go.
Yeah.
But I'll push you and I'll make it so you know do what you got to do. But at the same time, you're creating stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah,
So-
and I enjoy creating and seeing someone enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Let's go back to there's nothing sadder than someone who, you know, is not a rock star, but they're like trying to pump out that fucking album or whatever.
Actually-
but same thing with an artist who's like, they're an artist, but they don't realize that they're fucking unmanageable and can't manage
Yeah.
themselves.
the saddest thing
You know?
to the 80% that
Yeah.
has no artistic capability is seeing an artist
Oh.
with it, but
Wasted.
Doesn't do
Yeah.
shit with it. Like, dude, like you.
That's sad.
You know, that's when like that's the most fucked up thing in the world.
Like
Yeah,
the best
the best thing they
operas
had. They
die
didn't
on the
release
lips.
it. You know,
Right.
or the
And that's
the
so
music
true.
falls on the deaf or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like that's the worst thing in the world, in my opinion.
Well, when it goes right down to it, art it's still work. I mean, you still have to go at it like it's a job and think about it like intelligently and produce in a way where it's like, okay, yeah, I have all these highfalutin ideas, but what's gonna get me paid fucking
Well, yeah.
this week?
Well, that's like music was. What's his name? Everlast, the fucking
Yeah.
old singer. Fucking, he was on that song by Cypress Hill, Rockstar, and he was like, it's a job. It's
It is
a
a
fun
job.
job, but it's still a job.
Yeah.
And he was like, somebody's gonna do what I did and flip it and make it better, but you gotta do your fucking job.
Take them
So-
by the hand and be like, oh, dude, you crushed what I did,
Yeah.
but you're in that position where you're serving the public.
And once again,
Keep
going
it.
back, that's a one-hit wonder or a fucking person that's just relevant for 20 to 30 fucking years, man.
Yeah, you go from that one hit wonder, like, Uncle Cracker, into like producing, into taking other artists and managing them,
Yeah.
showing them the ropes,
Yeah.
because you didn't get strung out on fucking meth for that one hit wonder money and then end up in a fucking like dumpster. You
Yeah.
actually manage the shit and now can take
newer upcoming artists, if they have it in them, if they have that working mentality of like, this is a job.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
Everyone's biting and wanting to make a biography of bands like Motley Crue, Elton John, all them shits. Everyone wants to see that. No one gives a fuck about Menudo or no one gives a shit about Milli Vanilli. You know what they care about Milli Vanilli? They lip sung and one killed himself.
Yeah, how did
That's
he
what
die?
they give a fuck about.
Yeah, last 24.
Yeah. Motley Crue? Damn. You know? Fucking Ozzy Osbourne? Damn.
Did a line of ants at the
Yeah.
pool.
Because those are real artists who have demons like most of you do.
Yeah.
And
you gotta teach them. You gotta.
That's what it is.
You know, people say like, "Oh, you know, my demons. Like, I need to get rid of my demons, or I need to exit." No, you don't. You need to fucking discipline their dog.
Well, the
you
thing
need to put
is,
them bitches on a leash.
they were doing drugs and drinking
Yeah.
before they got famous.
Before.
But then when they got famous, it went, oh, wait a minute, I can afford it, and I got these people who's going to go get it for me.
Oh yeah.
That's when the problem came in.
Well, you went from having like, if you got a heroin problem and you got $50 to spend a day, and now all of a sudden you got 50 million. You went from a $50 a day problem to a 50 million
Exactly.
problem.
Dude, there's a video on YouTube, and I can't believe YouTube has with all the fucking, like, no ands and this, and you can't do this, you can't do that. With the fucking singer of ministry, Al Jordanson, the one I mentioned earlier. He's sitting there talking, and he's in the fucking 20s, and he's talking as he's doing this interview. He's sitting there licking a needle. And most of the world has no idea what that is.
No,
They
so
most
casual.
likely think it's like, oh, he's probably a diabetic and he's taking insulin. No, he was licking the heroin off said needle because he didn't want to waste it. Yeah. And
Gotta
then
get
there's
that
another.
rinse.
Yeah, and then there's another interview, and he's sitting there and he's talking, and all of a sudden, because all you see is like here up, you don't see the arm, but if they kind of pan off, you see the belt, and all of a sudden, as he's talking, he's like, and it blacks out. I'm like, he literally just hit the fucking vein, but it's just.
Do you want to interview or not?
I mean,
You know,
there you
because
go.
I need this situation.
There's a,
You know.
they did a documentary about like bands.
I'm gonna have to check that video
Like
out.
heavy metal bands, and there's one I can never remember. My cousin Joey always tells me the name of it, and he's sitting in a pool at a hotel at some kind of floating thing, and he has a bottle of fucking vodka, and he's not like being a bitch and pouring it, looking like he's drinking.
No.
He's straight chugging it. Meanwhile, his mom is sitting there, and he goes, "Right, mom," and she I'm just guessing her name. Oh, Bobby, and he's just getting fucking annihilated. I hate glam metal. That music sucked ass. But those dudes
Ride to the wheels fall.
fuck themselves up. I mean,
Straight.
every one of them, except maybe like Striper, because I think they were Christian or something. But the rest of them, I mean, they might have
wildest.
they might have created AIDS.
No doubt. I have to check out that that interview that you're talking about with
Al Jordanson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ministry. Because I guess I'll say this and maybe we'll wrap it up or whatever. But like, I'm a writer, so you know I write. Well, at the end of the day, no, I'm not a tattoo artist. I'm a storyteller.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
So one of the stories that I'm telling is the Bleed for Me, Mickey, whatever. I'm not going to get into it, but at some point, like I just kind of like it got to be cliche to myself,
Right.
to where I'm writing and I'm just like, oh, now she's becoming a caricature.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, gotta put it down. No choice, because I can't cheapen it, and this is just weird. Like I'm not really writing. So one of the things that I did was I asked your help, and you did help me a great deal by I'm If I Was Your Vampire, giving me that song and other friends, because I started listening to music because I heard Ministries. And of course, I owned the album at the time, Psalm 69, Just One Fix, Never Trust a Junkie, wanna. And when I heard that, I was like, it just resonated with it. Like, that's Mickey when she's on her fucking, like, hunt. Like, it's not a complex song.
Oh, there's nothing
Never
complex about
trust
Ministry.
a junk, but it's just industrial.
Yeah.
That's Mickey. She's just doing that shit.
Opium goes fucking hand in hand with industrial. It's kind of like
I mean, that fucking song. It just, the point is like that put me in the mental state where it's like that's her out there, like.
Yeah, you got inspiration from another artist, which happens every day.
But you know what? That's not the whole story. So
No,
it took
it's
that.
just this footstep in a long
If
fucking
I Was
walk.
Your Vampire,
Yeah.
so I needed those other the entire spectrum of human emotion, and that song really resonated with me to where I was like, yeah,
So I started building that playlist and not writing, but just listening to those songs to like build that emotional tenor of the character back up to where I could go back in and start writing from like a new non-generic perspective.
So you get all that from that song, where I get 4 minutes and 15 seconds of just good music. So that's even, you even hear music differently than I do.
Probably.
So, I mean, you do enjoy complicated music. Because some of the stuff you listen to, I'm like, bitch, I don't even know what the fuck I'm hearing.
It takes time.
Like, I thought it was a mistake. Like, are you playing something backwards or some shit?
Yeah.
But, hey, man, if you enjoy it, well, fuck it.
Okay.
Not everyone wants to stick their dick in a cantaloupe.
So, what, right. And I don't, but I want to watch other people do it and study it. And see, like, why are they doing it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, music is, you're right, we probably don't listen to music the same way in a sense. We both get enjoyment out of it, maybe, but I don't think I listen to music because I enjoy it. It's like constructive because I'm listening and I'm studying and I'm breaking it down like as an entertainer. How is this entertaining people?
There you go.
So it's got to be very complex to keep my attention.
Man.
So,
well, before we
pussy with the face tattoo now. Tell me where your gun wounds now.
Pussy with a face tattoo.
Everybody wonder what you do now. Everybody wanna holla what you do now.
Deuces.
Oh my god, I wasn't recording.